Okay, let me just check to make sure that we are in the Ninja group streaming. And yes, we are. Okay, good. Right. Okay, so welcome to this live sort of, well, not sort of, it's a live session that I host for Ninja Trading System and Banker Sniper Smart Money sort of concept. So my name is Brian Knight and I live in Melbourne in Australia, and it's just turned 5:30 in the morning for me on a Friday. So this is sort of the end of the trading week for 4x pairs. So we'll just have a look and see what's been happening. Welcome, Peter. Good to see you there. Let's just go through this first if I can. Share the screen. So, welcome to this live Forex analysis session. Please note any trades discussed here are to be classed purely as educational only. And that is because we're a group of people helping each other and we are not financial advisors. So please only take trades you're happy to take based on your own analysis, your own, okay? You need to build trust in your own ability to forecast. So, and I always suggest a demo account until you can prove to yourself that you are profitable over time. Always follow proper risk management to protect your account as taught in IM Academy and the Ninja Group, as each trade carries risk as well as potential profit. This strategy only requires you to place 1% of your account on any particular trade or any pair at any particular time. So if the recording of this session goes anywhere and you're not already an exclusive Ninja member, then get back to the person who referred you. As an exclusive Ninja member, I have access to Go Live, where there are a number of professional traders that trade this strategy and other profitable strategies. There is also a full risk disclosure there you can read, and also a little bit about us as live session traders. So, right, let's go across. Any questions there, Peter? Okay, so here is a CAD JPY. Looks like a lot of lines and a lot of rubbish on there, doesn't it? Well, I followed this yesterday. I didn't get into a buy on this on the Sydney Asian. So that was like 8, 9 o'clock there, somewhere here. It took off and went up. That would have, looking at that. I watched this. This was, where did this go? This was, I looked at it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, see it was still going down. I didn't get into this sell trade. I sort of kicked myself because I really thought I could too, because I saw these lower highs here at around about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I think it was about here that I looked at I was going to get in, and I didn't, only because if I look at the, multi-time frame stochastic, I could see some of these were pulling back down here, and I didn't know where anyway, I should have got in for a sell, but I didn't. I only looked at it, doesn't matter. Then I waited for this pull back up. So it pulled up, made a couple of, and pulled up again and broke these two previous highs, and going, okay, we're on a buy trend now, put a trade on. This was at 9 o'clock at night. Basically, I went to bed then, and I had a TP. I put my TP up here at a previous, I think I put it up here at 106.433. It went higher, came back, went higher, but it got me out at about 3 o'clock in the morning, it was, with a 15% return. and it never came back here to revisit this. It did go up, like I wouldn't have known anyway. It went up at about 11 o'clock, came back down here. I still would have been in some profit, but then it took off. Good evening, Alistair. It's good to, it is really good to see the fact that it's now dark outside where you live, which means it's getting lighter here.
We're sending you all our light. It's pitch
Yeah.
black.
Yeah.
9:30. Well, it's not pitch black, but it's pretty.
It's pretty dark, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was the last 24 hours. It could have, again, I'm saying I could have got in around about there. I didn't. There was a few things going on here. Do you want me to share why I didn't?
Yeah, sure.
Well, we didn't know if the new sheep mother, the new ewe, was going to reject one of the twins or not. She was nudging away at it and it's going crazy yesterday trying to work out, is she binoculars, is she Tate, is she not, is she? Anyway, a little bit later in the afternoon, so I was a little preoccupied. I sort of looked, but then I went. So it's just an insight, is that you can't trade when your head's in other places. It just doesn't work. So I was focused on some other things. I did see it, but then stuff happened. So, and later on, when it was a little bit quieter, after I'd seen London open, look at that, see the push up to London there, and then London opened and pushed it back down. And then it was, what's that, 7 o'clock at night, basically on the dot for me, and then off it went.
So I'm on mute. Yeah, I've had a very, I don't know, not a similar day. I haven't had lambs, but yeah.
Life got in the way.
Honestly, I wouldn't want to bore anybody on a
No.
live board to my day. It'd be unfair.
Okay.
But I did try and trade CAD JPY, and I got. I'm trying to look where you've entered. I
entered down here. I'll show you. I'll just do a little bit of a there. Basically, is when it started coming back up here. You can see it dropped down, and as it started to come back up, that's about where I got in.
Well, classically,
Okay, let me find out. Let me just put that on London time and tell you when that is. That was at 12:13 midday. I mean, you could have got in here or here. You could have got in back down here if you wanted to. Even that was at like 11 or an hour later, could have got in. There's two really good opportunities.
Well, I had, amongst other stuff, iffy internet again. And
you're kidding me. I thought they'd fixed it all for you.
No, it's still rubbish.
I know it's in
it's later at night because there's less. It's quiet now. There's less folk on it. It's yeah. I think it's because there's issues with it, and there's all the home workers, and it just pulls. It's pulling it, and I think that's the problem. But I did Crossfire, and at the time of Crossfire, I thought, okay, that might go, and I put one on, and that big low took me out. And
this low here.
No, way up. But
oh, sorry.
My time was 3 o'clock.
That one there.
That one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It depends on where you put the trade on there. You sort of got to get it. You got to get it.
Not early enough.
Yeah, you got to get it early after the actual turn. There was 1, 2, 3 opportunities that it never came back to. But this is quite typical, whether it'll come back here for people that got in a bit late. So if you had got in at that turn, then it quite easily would have come back to there. It's like getting that opportunity as it turned, like here, getting into the opportunity there, it never came back. But if you had got in somewhere there, it did come back. Does that make sense?
Yeah, there was a. I mean, when I did look at it, I did left it and looked at it later on, and a lot of things seem to move quite quick. Looking at the charts today, there seems to be quite big jumps
Yeah.
and moves.
Well, see, that was a 70.
I think if you look at it 1 minute more often now, it does that. You get a false impression now.
Yeah, that was from there, but from down the bottom. Let me show you. No, you wouldn't have got in there, but that's a 100 pip move. But you're not going to get that whole lot because you're not going to know that that's the lowest low. You don't know until it breaks structure and then creates higher lows. Then you can get in. So to update you, yes, the U, I don't know what the U was doing, but it was pushing one of them away for a bit, and then both of them were drinking for the rest of the day, having a feed. So I don't know. The last thing I want is an orphan lamb that I've got to get up at every 3 hours and bloody feed. So, but anyway, that's my challenge in life, not yours, obviously. Yeah. So that's one pair. You've got to remember, what time will it be? So it'll be after New York opens tomorrow. Actually, be tomorrow for me. Is non-farm payroll, so that's where things might jump around a little bit. Now, just to say a couple of things. One, there is this. You can see where the chart, and again, thanks Rian for putting me onto this session thing. I'm just going to take that off. We'll take as many of these things off just so that you can go like, okay, this is the chart as in bear chart. You can see where it's down below the 800. We could even take those EMAs off as well if you want. That's just candles, and there's the opportunity for the trade. Because after the push down, what's it going to do? It's going to push up. How far to push up? Rats, come here, all pairs. It is a buy trend on the higher time frames, so it's likely to break this previous high. Does that make sense? If we look at multi-time frame stochastic, you can see where the 4 hours down, the 1 hour comes to the bottom. It's pulling up with Tom's 30-minute. Tom's dirty old 30-minute time frame coming up. So obviously it's going to pull up, isn't it, Tom?
So they say.
So Tom says.
Hello, everybody.
All right, Tom, good to see you. So just stripping it away. So that was nice. I could have probably tightened the stop loss up, but I didn't. I kept it at 5 at the moment again. Now, let me say, so this is the 24 hours. That dashed blue line is the changeover into Sydney. That line there is just, I might stop doing it, but this is like 6 a.m. in the morning UK time, and now we're sort of coming up to changing over back into Sydney Asian session again, or Sydney Tokyo. I can tell you that this pro trend is. Okay, I'll just turn that off. I've been using this trialing Heiken-Ashi, which is quite nice. You've seen me have it there, so you know there's a number of, you can see break of structure anyway, and I did got into the trade there, and that's nice. And I don't think you've had that available. What I can tell you now is this pro trend, which is the new U-Butte updated whatever, which is the trailing Heiken-Ashis with some up zone, down zone type things, and it also has where is it? has it got the smooth? Oh, how come that's not showing it? Hang on. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, here. Sorry. The smooth Taikoneshis are in there. So you can now see, and if you wanted to, you can't do this at the moment, but I think it's coming your way. I don't know I haven't watched. Paul did something in the Ninja group, but I don't know about releasing this out. If I go in here, I can put upper and lower. I don't know. This just gives you the like swing high lows. I don't know. This is just me. I'm going to take upper and lower. That must be the basis. Okay, there's a basis in there. Rightio. See that orange is like the middle range. It's like the center. The upper and lower, and this middle is like what is the word?
Median?
No.
What? Bollinger? I don't know.
Thank you. That's it. Bollinger Bands. So they're like Bollinger Bands with a median there, right? So even that, for me, I'm going to take that off as well. So I don't really sort of want it. What are these? These are some other moving averages, obviously, in there. They're a bit light. I still like this high, high, and low. It's just something visually for me. So that was where I got in, somewhere around there. As it pushed back down and came back up, it's probably where it touched back down. I can't remember. No, might have been just lower as it was going up. So yeah. So I don't worry about this. Actually, I don't worry about these zones, to be really honest. That's just me. No, it was where we got this, a push down, and then it's coming back up. Very nice. Turned into, I think it was it might have been when it changed to the white, but they're the smooth Taikoneshis in it. And then basically just off it went. And I put a TP up here.
How do those up zones and down zones work? Do you know?
I think they're part of, okay, I think they're part of the multi-time frame and the RSI and maybe some other bits and pieces. I don't know what makes them up, unfortunately, Alistair. I'm not aware. So I'm pretty sure this is coming your way soon.
Yeah, Paul said they're doing quite a bit of checking it and looking at it, and the Hof's doing quite a bit of stuff.
We have been, yeah. I don't know if I logged out and logged back in, and I had it this morning. I might have had it earlier because I haven't logged out or into it. Trading View for a while, but yeah, it's very nice. So still for me, I mean, that's nice. Still for me, I'm looking at swing highs, swing highs there, down to swing lows there, breaker structure there, like it's broken, that pretty well broke structure there, yeah. And so anytime it comes back down here, and then it's like get in for the push up, because that's what, after a push down, it's going to push back up. Because it's an uptrend, it's likely to break this previous high, and so up it goes. Does that make sense to anyone?
Yep. Yes. Yeah, definitely.
And also, if you look at the multi-time frames, see how they're all down the bottom here? And then up they go. The 30-minute, the 1 hour. Well, you won't see that. Let me just show you. You got it. There you go. If you see that, you go like up, 4 hour cycles down, everything else goes down, you should be getting ready. Then when you see it like comes up, poof, and then makes a lower high, then up, makes another lower high, then it comes up, breaks this structure here, comes back down, and as it's going back up again, get in. And then off it goes.
Simple.
Yes.
So it's going to retrace now.
Absolutely. Very good, Peter. It's got to come back down, doesn't it?
Yeah, so at the moment it's probably going to consolidation before coming back
Correct.
down.
Very good. Well, it looks like that's what it's doing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It pushed back down. It broke that previous, see the height. Well, hang on. I'll just go and have a look while we're here. So see how it pushed down here and broke this previous high over there. It come back up, matched it. We get a double top. It's in a little bit of consolidation. See how it's pushed up once there, down, pushed up, now come back down. Oh, is this now the trend to come back down? You're just looking at the candles and seeing what it's doing, right? So it depends. Does it break that? If it breaks that high there, then maybe it'll break that high. I don't know. But when something comes up once and twice, it may do a third. But the point is, whatever this line is here, and I'm going to put a thing on here because this is significant, through there, change that to orange. That is a significant price, 106,542. Right? And if you look here, the 5 minutes down the bottom,
yeah,
the 15 is still got to come down. The 30's up the top. Like, so this is a time to watch it.
Is that the 4 hour at the top as well?
No, the 1 hour, the 4 hours down the bottom. I reckon there's more movement for this to go up and break further up, but that's okay. It'll need to cycle down and then it'll come back and break this high up here.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm saying that is 30-minute and 1 hour has cycled to the top with the 15. There needs to be a sell, like that 5 minute will come down, which it'll come down back up, and that's what will create that consolidation up, down. When they're all up the top ready and it drops down, you'll get a sell to probably potentially break here, right? It'll come back down to wherever, okay? That's fine, but remember, in an uptrend. So then once they all come down and join up with that 4 hour, then potentially it'll come up and break these two highs and go further up, because it still hasn't finished. It doesn't look like it's finished its 4 hour cycle. And maybe it's a thing that it might not happen until non-phone payroll. We'll just see. See it pushing up now. See, that's the 5 minute pushing up. See, it was only to there, and now it's pushing up higher. So it's broken that. Will it break this high? Let's wait and see. It may, which means it goes up further than here. This is only numbers of pips. It's not anything that's like, if we look at when we started.
This is on the 1 minute chart you got.
Yeah, this is 5 pips or something that's moved. Hey, look at that. See, it comes up to that point. Let's see what happens. Will it break it? Oh, what's it doing now? Pulling back down again. It doesn't want to go past that price for some reason at the moment.
The 4 hour and the 1 hour on your US JPY is they're higher up.
Up now, it's pushed up higher. That doesn't mean because it's only half, it could pull back down, but welcome, Rian, too.
Hello, Ryan.
A bit more success with your strategy?
Yes, and some downs.
That's okay. Can't win them all.
No, it's not that. It's just stupid things.
Oh,
But yeah,
is it
stupid things.
trader error or?
Yeah, I think it's worth to call it trade error.
Trader error.
Influence.
Oh, okay. Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see
disruptions.
Yeah, you can see the RSI is going to overbought. See what happens. Anyway, we could watch this until the cows come home probably, but we don't need to. I'm just saying. Oh, question. Oh no, that must be Rian. Probably got.
Sorry, I've tried to sort my mic out so I can talk back at least. So I had a bit of a loophole there.
Feedback, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you're just watching how it's moving at the moment. Basically, we're looking at, so you wouldn't take the trade until it properly breaks if you're going to take any sell from it. But after that big push up, as Peter was saying, there's going to be a sell out of it. The only issue for me is because it's a buy trend, it probably won't break this previous low. Let's go to the 5 minutes so I can.
It's going to break. It looks like it's going to break the previous high.
The one up here.
Well, at least that.
Yeah.
That second drop.
Yeah, but here, have a look at this. See this previous low. See how it came down to it, but never broke it. If you put if we put a fib on it from there, I was going to do it the other way. There's something about the way I do things. From there to there. Look at it, comes down into came into the zone, back out, back down into past the zone, and then back out again. If you put a fib on it anyway, got a few others there. So you can see it hasn't broken that low. Basically just took back off. So we'll see. It may come up and break this high. But what I'm seeing though is that 4 hours still cycling up. So you might be right there. There'll be a pullback to whatever point, and then up it'll go to break that previous high over here. This previous high. Is that what you're saying, Tom?
I'm sorry, say it again. I didn't hear you.
We'll get a pullback, and then it'll come up and potentially break this previous high here. Over here.
Yeah, there's actually an open volume at 107,412, and with that 4 hour push up.
You said that before, yeah.
Hi, Brian. I don't know if I was on mute when I said, but you talk about the US JPY, and on that one, the 4 hour and the 1 hour is much higher, and they've had some sort of double touches on a level that's maybe ahead of CAD JPY.
Okay, let's have a look and see. Must be up on the 1 hour or something. You're seeing it. Oh yeah, it is. It's up here. 107,400. 107,424. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying on the US.
No, Tom. Sorry, I'll go to that in a minute. You're talking about this one up here, Tom.
Yeah, I have it at 107,412, but cutting hairs.
418, 412, whatever. Yeah. And so it's working its way towards there, you feel?
Right, especially with that 4 hour pushing it up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And now we'll go to, sorry about this, but yeah. Alistair, USD JPY. Have a look there. Just turn that off for a minute. Have a look. Yeah, the one you can see on this 5 years pushed up, hasn't it?
It's still climbing.
Yeah. Yeah, but it does have the 1 hour and the 4 hour at the top. But you see, the 4 hour didn't pull down very far and then it just went back up again. So that it just tells you that price, US dollar is just getting stronger at the moment. I remember a month or two ago, this was 132. It's now 140. Yeah, against the Japanese yen, crazy, absolutely crazy. We'll see what happens for non-farm payroll. But if we go, whoop, let's go to 15. And if you look, at some point, and you can see back down there, yeah, it was 135. Yeah. So see that drop off there? So that like significant drop and then pull back up again. This has been pushing up, pushing up. It's going to get a sell, but when? Don't know. But when it does sell, we're going to look for a breaker structure and then a pull back down. The only issue I've got with this is if you look, where can I, how can I do this? I can do this with a rectangle. If you look at this bit here, that's consolidation, right? If you look at this bit here,
Consolidation.
more consolidation, right? It consolidates and pushes up, consolidates and pushes up.
Well, if you look, it's from the bottom there where it started. You got consolidation, then
Yeah,
pushes up.
yeah,
Then you have
Yeah.
a little bit more.
yeah. And here, again, there's another lot here. Look at this. Consolidation there and push down. So it's a very much a consolidation type pair at the moment anyway. And it does keep pushing up. So if I will, I'll change that because that's basically it's a put. See USD CHF as well, both sort of pushing up. And I tend to trade UJ. That's why because I'm trading CAD-J. But you're right, Alistair. They're sitting up the top, and they've been up the top for quite a while. They drop down there. It might be quite significant, the drop, and it might be non-farm payroll. It does it. I don't know. I'm not going to be trading the non-farm payroll anyway. Don't really need to. 15% off one pair for 1 week. That's enough for me. Don't need to get greedy. Right. Just go back and look. And that was just beautiful, just watching that through the day and then getting in. Thank you very much. Right, now, your AUD for sellouts. And yes, it did. You could quite easily get in there. Let's look at where it was for sessions. Oh, right. Sydney, Tokyo came up here. Oh, that's fine. Hang on, change this to mine. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, basically. Pull back, went to London, pull back up, and then dropped out again. Here would have been a good entry. See where it dropped there, broke structure, and pulled back again? You could have even at any one of these points, but the thing is, it came back there. So if you're in a trade just for that shorter section here, and you could go high, see, create a high, and then came back out. So it came down and broke structure here. If you had got in, say there, I didn't do this because I wasn't watching this pair. Say you got in somewhere there, you could do a nice fight on that. See, it's somewhere there. And then travel it down wherever. Another 13% out of another pair at a different time in the day. It came back up here, break structure, pull back. You could have got into that trade. Would have been another lot. But it pulled back and kept going down. Like, oh my gosh, if you wanted to. If you got in, say, there. Five pips again, never came back. All the way down here somewhere, another 17%. Whatever. If you waited for it to pull back up and you got in, still 14, 15. Two good trades out of that, and they're both sells, and it's in a sell trend. Okay. Euro GBP. So look what happened there. Oh no, that's sell. Okay. Probably wouldn't have taken that. So if you look at that as the session, it pulled up there after London opened up to there, but I probably wouldn't have got into that. But anyway, looks like it's in a bit of a, it's a bit of a cycle down. See how the 4 hours at the top, and now it's pulling down. It's going to pull up because the 30-minute and the 1 hour is there. So we're going to get, after that push down there and a consolidation, it'll probably break out and pull up, but it may not pull up very high and then drop back out again. We'll see. We will see.
Pull up 50%.
Sorry, what did you say, Frank? Peter?
That's probably pull up 50%.
Yeah, at least. Well, it depends on whether you want that trade. I mean, for you in England, for the people in England, that you're coming up to your sleepy time. So you're probably not going to be taking a trade. But these possibilities, you could have gone, let's have a look here. London there. I mean, that trade out of here, if you want to get a sell, that was at 12 o'clock today. A lot of trades at 12, 1 o'clock for you in UK. A lot of trades on a lot of pairs. And you can look at it. You have the advantage. Right. NZD CAD. This is in a sell trend. Yeah, it would have been a beautiful trade. See this? I'll see that. See the pull up? You knew it would have to come back down some point. Get in, say there, and then down it goes. Same thing. Short position, push up, come back, retest, get in at some point there, tighten up your stop loss, let it drop wherever. That's a previous, so that's good 10%. Down there's 11, whatever. Good trade. Oh, and if you look at a multi-time frame, you can see where that 30 minutes started pulling down there and the 1 hour there. Tom's 30-minute. It'll be known from henceforth, Tom's 30-minute. All right. So here's every pair has got, so far we looked at, has had at least one opportunity for a trade in the 24 hours. Okay, USDC have a buy, right? So you see it push up, come back down, come back, retest, ready for the buy. Okay. Again, long position, push up, back here. You could get in there, it doesn't matter, wherever. Let's just imagine you got in somewhere there, right? Push it up to 5 pips, never comes back. After that, somewhere in either along there. And what's that? Even if it only get to there or so, 15, 16%. There's another pair. Does this get boring for you?
No.
No. All right. And here,
Yes.
this was, if you got in, it would have been like 10 o'clock in the morning for you. Were you awake, Peter? Had you risen for the day?
Yes, I was awake. Actually, I was in that trade.
You were in that trade. Good. Fantastic. Well done.
I got in the bottom there, just as it pushed up.
There, that one.
Yeah, on the bottom of that one. There.
Yeah,
I put
down
the-
there.
That's where
Okay.
I put my stop loss.
Lovely. Well done.
Actually, I took 2 trades out of it.
Oh, now you're boasting. You know,
Well, I had to do. I could have left it, but I decided to get out instead on the second.
right. Okay. But yeah, look, you know, if you had to put on like this trailing tiger, you would have seen, you just stay in because you can see it
Yeah.
push up. Yes,
I
it
had-
pulled. Sorry.
Measured it right up. Okay. What's it? Got it written down here somewhere.
And you just look at it, you know, it's just working its way out.
No, I ain't got it with me.
Oh, that's right, Peter. But you know,
But anyhow,
just beautiful. Very nice. You know, uptrend, breaks the previous high, pulls up, pulls back again, and then up to create a new high. Remember the
because,
trend.
when I
Sorry.
got in it the first time, there was no indicators.
You got into
there's
the
no-
trade with no indicators.
Yeah, there was
Good,
there was no ninja indicators or anything.
good. Oh my gosh. You're learning to
So-
trust yourself, Peter. That's fantastic.
No, it wasn't. It's because we'd gone over it last night at this time, and I thought, well, it's got to be going in the upward direction, so it can't
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, no worries. Beautiful. Yeah. And after a big drop like that, and then you see it come up and then come back down and then come back and visit and start breaking back up again. That's, yeah, time to get in. Fantastic.
Yes, because there's no sarcastics or nothing this morning.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well,
So
we'll
when,
have to. Yeah.
So
sorry.
when Paul and Kevin got it sorted out, I was able to go and look.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Kevin fixed it up. He's really under the pump at the moment with work. So no, I think he fixed it up for everyone. That everyone was back on. I saw that. Yeah. Well, you can trade without the indicator. You know, you don't have to have it.
It just makes it easier.
Yeah. But well, lots of things make life easier. Hmm.
Yeah. It's like Paul says, why wash dishes when you can put them in the dishwasher?
Yeah. Yeah, true. But you have to know that there's one available, and it's probably good to have a good one too. So there are other parts to it. So yeah, this is for me the end of the trading week. So hopefully I've showed you that there's at least one, if not two trades out of every one of these pairs. There's an up and down that's occurred through the last 24 hours on these 5 pairs. Right. So there really isn't any excuse to be able to get at least one trade with at least 5% out of any one of them. Unless life gets in the way. Alistair's life.
Your sheep.
And my sheep, yeah. Well, that was only, yeah, and also too, it's one of those psychological things. If you don't have the opportunity, I used to really mourn over the fact that, oh, I got big, I didn't get that opportunity. Look, it's like, no, there's always another opportunity. And so, when I got to sit down after dinner last night and saw like, oh yeah, well, okay, well, this looks like a good trade, I'll get into that. It doesn't matter. The other sort of just fades away that, you know, okay, I didn't get that opportunity, but it doesn't really matter.
If you stick your good old EMAs on that chart,
Yeah,
that jump up, that's when it hit the 800 like smack. If it went
up here or down here. This is on the 1 minute. What time frame?
Yeah, 1 minute's okay.
Yeah. Well, the 800's down here. You can see it push up, come back to it, and then push away and then come back to it. I mean, all these things are aids for you to create a forecast of what may happen.
But the other thing, I had support and resistance lines on mine as well that I draw myself.
Okay, well, you can put this one on, and then in here, it also has, is it this one? Inputs. Ah, yeah, that's support and resistance ones as well.
No, not them. Could be my own.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I agree. Yeah. See, I've got one down here that's previous low. I haven't put a high on this, but that would be a point somewhere back here. If we look at the 1 hour. As it's back down here, you know, so you've got up here, and there's probably, if you put on, oh wow, there isn't one higher. That's going to show up anyway. It's already taken, it hasn't taken that one out. So the pullback is likely to come back down and then go back up again on this. But you can see, this is a good example, this. Have a look at this. Because this is an uptrend, look at all these points of interest that haven't been taken out as it pushes up. These are waiting for when it turns to come back down to be taken out.
Yeah. To me, it's like a staircase. As it goes up, and then it comes back.
It's taking those ones out as it goes up. It's taking all of these ones out, and now it's creating those for when it comes back down. Yeah. Anyway, so there's a few opportunities going on. And you can use all these aids, all these things on the chart to help you out to see what might be a possibility for a trade. For me, I like the way the trend's going, seeing where the 4 hour cycle is, 1 hour, 30 minute, then taking a tighter entry on the 1 minute, looking at breaker structure and trend change, swing highs, swing lows, get the trade. It doesn't have to be that difficult. Yeah.
Just keep it simple.
Yeah. Overcomplication will actually play with your mind and keep you out of trades or get you in trades when it's not appropriate. Now, I don't know what we're going to do about trying to clear up Alistair's life. I mean, so that things don't get in the way for him.
It'll be good.
But I think he's actually really the designer of his own destiny, unfortunately. I mean, see him running around France and Spain and stuff. I mean, I think he's got to pay for it for a while, and that's why he's probably busy when he got back. Is that true, Alistair? Or
I'm a lot cooler, that's for sure.
Oh, in the UK, it's a lot cooler.
My beloved is spent asleep. I think by tomorrow morning, I reckon she'll probably been out for 20 hours, probably sleeping. She slept the whole day. She was, apart from the bit this morning.
Is that because it's cooler, or
just because it was so tiring? It was so
right.
hot.
Yeah.
When they say it's hot, it's ridiculously hot. It's just lack of air. So, and they had huge fires south of Bordeaux. South of Bordeaux is a massive park,
Yeah.
And that was a massive fire. And you could see it's just there's no damp water anywhere.
Well,
So, yeah.
all I can say is, Alistair, on your post, you made out as if it was like big party time and there was no problems whatsoever. I mean, obviously the truth was behind the curtain.
Yeah, you're right.
Too many summer girls.
And he jumps onto a live with us. We're trying to do a bit of trading, and here he is dancing around, eating food and drinking wine and being merry. And really, the truth is, he was putting fires out.
Yeah, I come back to put fires out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's
The Rioja was flowing, eh, Pallister?
yeah. If you've not been to San Sebastian, it's that part of Spain is pretty good.
Yeah. Well, Alistair, just for a little bit of an update for you, yesterday I found this amazing stuff to go on my shower wall eventually, to a waterproof shower panels. So I'm pretty ecstatic, actually.
Aquaboard stuff.
No, it's made here, made in Oz. It's called Mr. Wet Wall. It's like a
that's not the best name you could have chosen, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a core fluted PVC. So it actually is rigid. It's like a rigid panel. It's not a thin sheet, because a lot of the others are just thin sheets, like 3 mil. This is a 10 mil, like a core flute. It looks like it's sort of like a webbed, like a two sheets with a panel in between, with sort of a support in between.
Do you get this it's like a fabric sticky tape for the bottom for sealing?
Yeah. All the waterproofing tape, and
all that.
Yeah. I've got all of that stuff. Yeah, and the waterproofing paint and all the rest of it. No, that's all fine for the backing. I'm talking about the actual the walls that will become the walls, the waterproof walls. It's amazing, and it's got, like, click flooring where it clicks in and creates and holds it and seals it up like on flooring. This has got the same thing on the wall. You actually don't have it's like a join but not a join. It clicks in and it's got a line, but it's waterproof. It's a waterproof join. Quite amazing. It's really good. So I got quite excited. So yesterday, so I'll have to order it. They're 1 meter wide by 2.5 meter high, and they're about $200 a sheet. And then they've got these trims that go in the corner that you just sort of like slot it in, and basically it makes a waterproof seal in the corner. Quite amazing system.
I will send you. I'll definitely message you before and after my disaster. It's seems to be okay. Seems all right.
Yeah. Okay.
What's this? A wet room you're making?
No, Peter. I had so this is it. We've got 2 bathrooms in the house, and the ensuite shower. It's like an alcove. It's it's got the back wall and two end walls, basically, with a shower screen in. And basically, as I explained to Alistair a while ago, in behind the back wall, all of the electrical conduits came into the house to go to the switchboard in behind the wall. Now, there isn't any problem with it doing that. The problem, and there's probably about 6 or 8 conduits, the problem is that one of the conduits supplied power to the pump shed for the pool, right? Yeah. But that pump shed is at a higher level than what the conduit is that come into the building. So this is like a 15-year-old house, right? And all through winter, the water siphons in through and pours out of the conduit into the wall, like a hose pouring water. into the wall. So
Yeah.
all of the studs, all of the base plate, everything was rotted, completely rotten away. There was nothing left. It was a total disaster. So it's
Full
been
of creepy
completely,
crawlies.
sorry?
I'm full of creepy crawlies.
No, I don't think they wanted to
No?
live in that wet environment. So we've now, that conduit now is, the electrician did a good job. He basically cut the wire and drilled a hole through the brick wall to the outside, because it's an outside wall, and shoved the conduit outside and pointed it down, and then put another, and then joined a wire and then brought it back inside so that we still had power to the pump shed. But that is just pouring outside the wall. I've actually connected the hose onto it, and it actually goes off now out onto the grass. But it's just like there was a 5-litre bucket under it, and it was filling in 15 minutes. That's how much water was coming out of this conduit. So it was a total mess. So now it's perfectly dry, and then I've rebuilt all the studs are all back in, and everything's all good. So we're at the stage of putting in cement sheet now, and putting tiles back in on the floor, and then putting this paneling that I just spoke about. But anyway, we talk about lots of things on trading, and this is a bit of a crazy discussion talking about shower paneling. But after we do this and commission, get this all in and working, the other one will need to be done. So it also it hasn't got conduit, but it's been leaking as well into the wall, because the outside walls in one of the bedroom and the hallway is damp. So it will need to be redone, and I'll use the same stuff on it again.
How did you dry it all? Did you have to dehumidify it?
No. It's been open for
Just dry itself. Okay.
Well, yeah. Once the conduit went outside, it's been probably 2 months now that it's been without water pouring in. So it's all dry in there now. It's been dry for ages. It didn't take long to dry up, actually. After I cut out all the rotten stuff and got all the stuff out of there, it basically it was basically dry from that point on. So, but it's amazing. None of the other conduits leaked in, or none of them have water coming in. So it's just this one conduit. That's all it was. You don't need to take notes about it, Peter.
I'm not.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
I just saying, can't cross my mind. That's all.
Talking about shower
shower.
Yeah. Yeah. Every 12 months or whatever you do. What was it? So they say over here, the best place to hide money in England is under the soap.
Haven't heard that, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what they say here. You only find it once a year. All right. That's enough of that rubbish. Everybody else okay for this? Everybody else okay for this week?
Yeah, we're okay.
Yeah. Tom, are you on track? Have you got any sleep at all?
Is he gone?
I did up until last night, and then last night was just murder on me. So I didn't do much trading at all today.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's
this week has been
kind
of rough. I haven't traded much at all.
Yeah.
I did 5 trades on, I think it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I won enough for this week.
Yeah.
So I haven't really worried about it.
No. Good.
Especially with non-farm payroll coming up.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for a couple extremes to finish their cycles.
Yeah.
One of them, I think it's you talked about it. Hold on, let me find it real quick.
Yeah,
because
sure.
one of these are perfect, actually. Let me go back to. I was going to say something about that too, and I forgot. No, hold on. 1 second, please.
Yeah, no worries.
Just going to nip and have a shower. I'll be back in a minute.
KJPY is right.
I think it's his annual.
Where is it? I got so many of these lined up. It's nice. Oh yeah, USD JPY.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
so USD JPY is on its weekly. There's just a massive channel
Yeah.
going up,
Yeah.
and it's. I mean, literally from the top of the channel, it's only 200 pips away, and it's
Okay.
been cooking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just been flying up.
Yeah.
So 200 pips is not much. So I'm looking at this for non-farm payroll
Yeah. Okay.
to make that turn tonight,
Hmm.
and then pre-London, it's gonna hit or fall short of that channel,
Yeah.
and turn around on non-farm payroll, and I think it's gonna start turning back down.
Okay. Well,
Because
let's
it's
have.
just at the top of the channel. It's just, I mean, it's ideally set for a turn.
Okay.
It just happens to be non-farm payroll tomorrow, and I'm like, come on, let's put 2 and 2 together here.
Yeah. Well, Tom, if you're on at pre-market open on your Sunday, then we can have a look and see what did happen.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay. No worries at all. All right. And Rian, everything okay?
Yeah, all okay.
Good.
Yeah, when is Rian going to do that video? I'm curious to see it.
Oh, I gotta be patient.
Yeah. See,
You're
got to be
killing me.
patient. It's killing you. No, you're not missing anything, Tom, until you know what it's all about.
Man's hit 100% on his trading. He's
I know.
killing me.
Yeah.
No, it's not 100%.
That's all right. Okay.
There's
Well,
small losses
yeah.
in between,
Yeah.
and today there's been a bigger loss, but yeah, that's another story.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that story. Reach out if you want on the weekend round and we'll see how we go.
Yeah, no, we'll have a look.
Okay. I'll be back again pre-market open next week, and we'll have a look at what's happening, what the possibilities. We'll see the upshot or what happens, or what happens with non-farm payroll. It might be a non-event. It might be a whole lot of stuff. We don't know. So we have the messenger group. If you're part of that, then there'll probably be a bit of a flurry of like, yeah, this happened, that happened, whatever. If you see a trade for potential, just put it in the group, and everybody else can make their own decision of whether they want to get in or not. All right. Until next week, take it easy, everyone.
Take care, everybody.
Grab some of those
Right.
percentages.
Thanks, everybody.
No worries.
Bye.
And if anybody sees this and wants to put a comment under about what they get out of it, or they're watching a recording, that would be nice. All right, then. Ciao.